audiences in front of the screen. So we are on the official live streaming site. And today, we are glad to have Dr. Florian J.Stradler from Shenzhen University to guide us in the coming guided tour. So Dr. J.Stradler is a distinguished professor from Shenzhen University at the College for Materials Science and Engineering. Nice to meet you, Dr. J.Stradler.
Nice to meet you too.
So this afternoon, we're gonna follow you and follow your step to the exhibition hall. So we hope to see a very excellent show today.
Well, we can already see quite well that a lot of the world leading companies paired up with the leading Chinese companies are here. So I'm very excited to have a look at that.
Okay, so we just follow a step then.
Yes, great.
In this way.
So, we're here at a very interesting booth of Lanxess, which is a spin-off of chemical company.
Yes.
So, and they are especially focused on automotive plastics. So could you show us around a little bit, please?
Yes, I'm very happy to welcome you and show you around at our booth in the Shenzhen CHINAPLAS 2021.
Yes.
So we better move over to the back side of the exhibition stand.
Okay.
So this is our automotive application corner. So what we have here is a so-called cylinder head cover, which is the top of the engine in each car. These parts were traditionally made out of steel. But in times of lightweight and new designs, more and more plastic solutions have evolved. Then they were made in a polymer called polyamide 6,6. But polyamide 6,6 is a limited material with a very high market price. So our solution is actually to use polyamide 6, a more readily made available material, to produce those cylinder head covers. They can handle temperatures of up to 100 degrees Celsius. And they cover the top of the engine. So, moving to the side, this is the oil pan of the Porsche Carrera 911. Usually our parts with the new innovation start in the high-end sport cars and then gradually move down the industry value chain to more mass production. So this is also an innovation because it's a plastic lightweight design. If you lift it up versus the traditional steel solution, it is a substantially lighter part, but it brings the need for a Porsche Carrera along.
Yeah, feels like nothing from the weight.
Yes.
So how much weight do you save with that?
Oh, we can save 30 to 40% in weight. Depends on the design even more.
Yes. Okay.
What else I can show you? This is a very interesting part. Not by the look, but more by the feel. This is actually a plastic material with a filler that has thermal conductivity. So this is the unit of an air conditioning module, which generates a lot of heat. And the heat has to dissipate it when you want to make this design in plastic. Before, the housing was made out of metal, but that had some issues. So the material, if you touch it, it feels like a metal. You can feel the heat radiating off, but it can be processed like a plastic. Yeah, and this is also an interesting thing about plastic you should know. It's injection molded. So you cut a mold out of high stainless steel and you inject the plastic in one shot. So the cycle time of a production of such a part is very fast when you go in large volume productions. This, as an example, a die-cast aluminium part takes a long time to process and cut out of the piece of aluminium. So our solutions are very fast for short cycle times to be produced.
So what kind of material are you using for that?
This is a polyamide 6 base material, and then there is a certain fillers that we use that are conductive for heat, but not for electric current. So it's not conductive for electricity, only for heat. And our latest generation of these materials is also a flame retardant portfolio. So it's also flame retardant on top of this.
Well, very nice.
Yes. One more thing I can share with you is the orange color
Yes.
This is a high voltage connector used for electric vehicles. This is
Yes.
where the high electrified powertrain connects to the battery into the charging unit. And the
Yes.
key is to have an orange that is temperature resistant at high temperatures for long lifetimes. So these parts will always be in orange and warn anybody working on this car. So this is a key part in the new mobility
Yes.
structure components.
Well, of course, you need to pump a lot of electricity in there.
Yes,
Quite
yes,
important.
absolutely.
So, what kind of other things can you show us back there?
I can show you something here very quick.
Okay.
You mentioned the automotive side.
Yes.
And I mentioned that we start with the high-end cars.
Yes.
We're very proud of this one. It's the
Okay.
brake pedal of the Porsche Panamera.
Weighs nothing.
Yes. So this now does not combine traditionally like steel with plastic.
Yes.
This uses our composite materials,
Yes.
which is continuous glass fiber woven mats or
Yes.
carbon fiber
Yes.
with a certain plastic coating,
Mhm.
which then is integrated with injection molded plastic parts
Yes.
to form a super lightweight structure that
Yes.
we have in place here.
Okay, so this is a sheet that you're selling.
Yes, we produce this in Germany,
Yes.
and then it is customized to the customer specifications
Okay.
and put into the mold together with plastic.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting. So this is
a seat pan.
so for the back.
Yes. No. This is where you sit in.
Okay.
This is where your
Yes.
rear end goes. This is for the Mercedes AMG.
Yes.
We also have this in the new Audi. So it's the back seat pan that can move forth and back
Yes.
to adjust the seat.
Okay.
And it's a combination of Tepex and engineering plastics. And you
Yes.
can feel the lightweight is really
Yeah.
extremely lightweight.
What was this Tepex again? This
This is-
special composite.
Exactly. This is the composite material that we
Okay.
produce. And to put the lightweight to the next generation, I'm authorized to open this. This is a new cell phone developed with carbon fiber housing, taking substantial weight
Yes.
out of the design,
Yes.
using also our carbon fiber composite materials.
Yes, and of course it looks very cool.
Yes, it also has a hefty price tag, I'm afraid.
Well, when you look at the newest high-end phone models, then basically I guess the extra price tag is not so hefty.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe a last thing here, and then we can
Yes.
maybe see around the corner,
Yes.
is something I'm very proud of. This is a trunk well. So this is in the back of the Porsche again.
Yes.
And you can lift it up with me. Or it weighs pretty much nothing compared to a steel structure.
Yes.
And a similar design is also in development now for battery housings for the future.
Yes.
So it all goes into lightweight and sustainable design.
Yeah. And I guess also you need to be very much into impact strength.
Yes. You need to have strong impact stiffness
Yes.
because there's a certain pole impact test and safety-related test
Yes.
that the material has to endure.
That a battery car doesn't burst into flames. We all know how dangerous
Yes.
it is if lithium-ion batteries are starting to
Yes.
get in touch with oxygen.
Yeah, that's
That's a
why
disaster.
we have two solutions for that. One is flame retardant materials, so all
Yes.
battery components are using
Yes.
our flame retardant materials. The other one is we have a low halogenide content materials, so there is no corrosion happening at the
Yes.
contacts in the first place that can lead to those problems. So
Okay.
we work intensively on this.
Yes.
Maybe we can check around the corner.
So.
And this is our internal.
Okay.
Okay. So here's a few more parts. This is one of the items we are very proud of.
Yes.
Our engineering plastics material is used for the full housing of this famous product
Yes.
for all the ladies. This is a charging coupler and the charging wall box
Yes.
using our material for the electric car charging.
Yes.
And maybe a last thing is It's not so much a solution yet, it's more a technology. So in a lot of designs, we're trying to combine aluminum with plastic.
Yes.
And the key is, if you have such a tube, how can you attach certain plastic parts permanently?
No, not by screwing it in.
Exactly. By screwing doesn't work, by gluing doesn't work. So we developed a technology where you can see the injection molding pressure actually indents the pipe.
Well, that's very clever. I thought you make these dents in.
No. We use a plain aluminum pipe and we injection mold plastic materials to dent it because there's a certain structure on the inside that forms the dent in the way that they're required. And this allows new lightweight designs.
Yeah, and you can feel it works quite well.
Yeah.
You could use it in the gym.
Exactly. But you won't get a single millimeter at this this design. Here, this is a real life application of this technology already.
Okay.
So this is a crankshaft that submits the power in the car.
Yes.
And you can see here, actually, the technology has been applied to combine the plastic and the aluminum housing.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do not only do plastics, we also work on the design part, how to best process it.
That's exactly what a good material manufacturing company should do. Not only sell the material.
Exactly.
That's what many can do. Just sell the technology with it to use it.
I keep saying to our customers, also in the press conference this morning, we sell a solution, not a material.
Yes.
And this is what we strive every day for.
Well, very interesting.
Yes.
Very inspiring. So, I would like to thank you very much.
Thank you as well.
And wish you a lot of success.
All the best. Thank you.
And well, let's see how many interesting products will end up on the roads and in other places pretty soon.
I hope so. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.
We are back here at the second station of our tour, and we are at the company Millikan, a famous producer of additives mainly for polypropylene.
Yes.
And I'm talking to Mrs. Gina Zhu.
Yes.
So could you introduce a little bit of what your products, please?
Sure. So Millikan is a U.S. chemical company, and our products is mainly for the nucleator applied for polyolefin.
Yes.
So Millad XA1000 is our clarifier applied for polypropylene, and we do have a series of products like Hyperfoam, Datamax, UltraGuard, also CHINAPLAS. So many of them are used in plastics.
Yes.
So maybe I can walk you through our
please.
booth and introduce our products specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks very interesting.
Yep. So this is our first stop. This is our clear PP application in houseware.
Yes.
So there is a lot of famous houseware brands like Local, like Citilon, Systema.
Yes.
They are international brands. Also, we do have local Chinese brands.
Yes.
They use clear polypropylene mainly for houseware storage.
Yes.
So all the clarified PP here used our product Millad XA1000.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Well, very nice products. I use them in my household.
Right. So.
I like them.
And the polypropylene is also material can be recycled.
Yes.
So that's why this is the one with our theme, recycle.
Yes.
And at the same time, actually, Millad XA1000 as a clarifier, compared with the traditional technology, it can save energy. So this is another thing of our booth is energy saving.
Yes.
So this can be applied in a lot of packaging. You know, last year actually quite famous material is the instant coffee.
Yes.
So we can see here this is the Sandun Bag, the super coffee, and also this is the KFC K coffee.
Yes.
All of the packaging material they use here is the clarified PP.
Yes. Well, I can see here very clearly.
Yes, this is the water bottle.
If that would be in regular PP, I couldn't see anything behind that.
Right. Actually, the regular PP is quite milky.
Yes.
So when you add in the clarifier, so it can make it clear.
Yes.
So
very clearly.
And this is also the bucket from the KFC, and
Yes.
as this is certified by UL, we do
Yes.
have validated the UL energy saving claim on the
Yes.
packaging. to telling the consumers or the customers actually when you choose this material, you can save energy and reduce the carbon dioxide emission.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we all have to think about how not to poison our planet totally.
Yes. And also this is our innovation thing. So actually we do develop a lot of innovation design in the packaging industry. So you can see a lot of different packaging for the CPG. So including the detergent bottle. So before, usually detergent bottle is using PE, HDPE, but now we have the really refresh design, like using clear PP. And actually a lot of facial care and also the toner, facial cream, shampoo, they all can use clear PP.
Okay, so if you're making these bottles out of PP, do you save material? Because PP is stiffer in general.
Yes, you're right. So actually when we choose PP, PP has a lighter density. So the same amount, like 1 metric tons of PP, we can make more bottles compared with other plastic material.
And also, do you make them thinner than for PE?
Yes, that's right. Because we do have the PP, we can reduce the wall thickness, and at the same time, we can make it one single material. Because when we want to recycle the material, we want to try to make a single material.
Well, and I can see one clear advantage too. For the classical PP bottles, that stuff is so milky, you cannot see how much is left in it.
Yes, you're right.
So you have a stream of material, typically in oil cans, where you see that, and you don't have to do that here anymore.
Yes, you can clearly see how much is left in the bottle, and you can decide when you need to renew a new bottle. So this is another advantage for the clear PP, and especially for the facial facial products, you can see what's inside, and this is one of innovative products we launched last year. This is from Unilever. So this is made with clear PP, give you the soft touch.
Yes, and it looks like glass.
But it's much lighter compared with the glass.
Yes, of course, but when I first looked at it, I thought that's one of these typical milky glass cosmetics bottles.
So
and only when I had it in my hand, I felt that's too warm for glass.
Right.
It really looks like glass.
So this is like a new design we have. And so we can walk through inside a little bit.
Yes, sure.
So after the innovation, we also do have the reduce, as you just mentioned. If we change the material like a PT to PP, we can reduce the weight. And this is also another innovative packaging design for all the food and beverage. So like the ice cream, it used to be PET on the cover, and we replace PET with a PP because it can be stored at a really low temperature and have a really good impact.
So PP tends to get very brittle below, let's say, minus 10 degrees. So is there a special PP which has a lower glass transition?
Yes, you're right. Actually, this is ICP and with a much lower TG, and at the same time it has a clarifier in it and to make it transparent. So it can be stored at negative 20 degrees and to keep the good impact. And so this is like we do have the fruit can. So within clear PP, this is also newly designed by the Three Squirrels. So this is made with all PP because it can be microwaved. This is the fruit can. And can be stored at warm temperature, can be microwaved, so people can drink this at warm. Because you know in China, people prefer the warm drinking instead of the cold drink. A little bit different from US.
Well, I know. In US, you always have to say no ice, and then they give you half the cup full of ice. That's typically American. In China, you want to have some cold water, and then the water is warmer than body temperature.
That's true. So so basically that's all from our booth. If you have any additional question, feel free to let me know.
I would. I'm really curious. I'm really curious to say that. When I was still in university, they always said, well, for any cold chain products, PP is not suitable. So now it seems that problem is solved, and I find that fascinating.
Yes, you're right. So the normal PP at the low temperature, the impact is always not good. But
Yes.
after we adding our special max impact into the PP, we can improve
Yes.
cold impact performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Great.
So, thank you very much
No
for
problem.
explaining those things to us, and we wish you a lot of success for your business.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for Dr. Stradler's introduction and also guided tour. And for more guided tours led by our professor, you should always visit our live streaming platform. Please stay tuned.
Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.